finally happened. I entered the last year of my 30s. It actually happened about 3 months ago in September, but I wanted to share this episode with you because it was just the most amazing day. We had this incredible flight above the clouds, we had this amazing dinner, and then in the evening we went up to this incredible country estate and had this lovely kind of snack session whilst watching the sunset. My 30s are really interesting. The first 5 years, I'd never been so happy and miserable and rich and poor in my entire life. And then the second half of my 30s were just a complete rebirth. I started the YouTube channel and really just started to take some steps forward into what I believe to be the reason why I'm here, the reason why I showed up. So I'm looking forward to sharing some of those ideas and some of those things with you as well. And really I'm just gonna share maybe my top 3 takeaways of my 30s. I have a friend called Timmy. It's his birthday today. He is 30. Happy birthday, Timmy. So hopefully some of this advice you can apply to your 30s in the hope that they're as amazing as mine were. So without further ado, here's my flight above the clouds. Things are clearing up now, which is great. Sin's up. She got up fine. Now it's mine and Tom's turn. So I'll get up, wait for Tom, and then we'll fly over to his parents for breakfast. I think you'll like it there. It's rather lovely. So our friend Tom, his parents own this absolutely gorgeous country house, which is a hotel and a restaurant. We're going to go and have breakfast this morning there. We tried this mission about a month ago and failed miserably. Cynthia was on a super slow wing. We all got off the ground too late. We had a headwind, so it just wasn't meant to be. But it looks like it is meant to be today. It's one hell of a way to spend your 39th birthday. 2 years ago I hadn't flown yet. My parents came to visit and we were kiting wings out in Canada, having a good time. You'd have thought 2 years later I'd be here above the clouds in England. After probably the most epic year of my life, flying around the US. It's been staggering. That was amazing, wasn't it?
That is a good birthday flight.
Wow, that was an amazing birthday flight. So this is the manor. Well, this is the back part of the manor. The front part is pretty spectacular. Can you smell that?
I smell bacon. Does anyone else smell bacon?
Oh my god. I smell bacon.
Yeah, I definitely smell a pork product of some type.
I'd just like to say a huge thank you to Tom for the amazing breakfast at your parents' place. Also to my friend Francesca, my girlfriend Cynthia, Chloe and Gilo, and all of the kids for just the most incredible birthday dinner. The kids made me this beautiful paramotor cake out of Rice Krispies, which was just delicious, and we had beans on toast, which is my favorite meal, and everybody had it. It was very, very special, actually. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. When I entered my 30s, it was a time for real change in my life. I'd been a university and college lecturer for about 8 years, and I'd left that safe, secure job to pursue my love of filmmaking, and I then started my own business as a filmmaker. It was the most terrifying thing I've ever done, but absolutely worth it. But there's three things in particular that I think really helped me the most as I went through my 30s, and I'm going to share those with you now. So number one is work hard, dream harder, and then be patient. It requires an incredible amount of hard work to achieve anything that's really of value in this life. And it also requires a huge amount of patience because, of course, it doesn't happen straight away. Sometimes it can take years, and that's okay. If you truly believe in what you want to do in your life, it's worth that wait, and it's worth the effort and the time. So that's my first piece of advice. Work hard, dream harder, and be patient. Number two is a saying that life isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. And this one means a lot to me. Over the years, I've gone through some very frustrating situations. And frustration is something that I really have a hard time with. I have a bit of a temper on me, to be honest. And despite all of my kicking and screaming over the things that I didn't want to happen in my life, they have taken me one step closer to where I wanted to be. Sometimes the things that happen in my life that upset me so much were the most important things to getting me to that next step. So when shit hits the fan, just take a breath and realize that maybe this is actually happening for you, and that this is what's required for you to get to the next step, to get closer to whatever that dream is that you have. And finally, number three, this is a book that I have read many times in my 30s. It's called Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, of course, was the Roman emperor, the philosopher king, he was known, and he, during his lifetime, wrote a personal memoir. And nobody ever knew he was writing it. It was a complete secret. He kept it to himself. And when he knew that he was dying, he told his aide to destroy his manuscripts when he died. And the aide didn't do that. In fact, the aide read the manuscripts and realized just how amazing Marcus Aurelius was, and how important his thoughts and ideas were, and that they needed to be shared with the world. So they were published, I think, first in the mid-1500s. It's one of the oldest publications in history, and it's an absolutely incredible read, and it really gives you an idea of how you can apply thinking from thousands of years ago to today and have it be absolutely relevant to living a really good, true, honest, decent life. And I try and apply those teachings to my life as much as I possibly can, and I go back to that book so often just to check in with myself and see that I'm doing the right thing and being the right guy. So Meditations, Marcus Aurelius. I strongly advise that you get this book and check it out. And that's it. I'm now officially in the last year of my 30s. If you'd like to do that flight through the clouds, then you can click on this link here. Please subscribe down here. Leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, maybe some of your ideas of what it means to get to the end of your 30s, maybe some advice that you might be able to share in the comments below. I look forward to reading those, and I'll see you in the next one.